Hello.
Hey.
Hello, Jason. Hello, world.
Hello, Ben Smith. How's it going, man? A long time I haven't seen you.
I know.
February 2011, Winter Storm was the last time I've seen you. Then you guys had to leave quickly to get to Moncton.
Yeah.
Which I think you're playing tomorrow.
And we're on the same itinerary. We're only doing 3 shows in Canada this trip. It's tonight in Halifax, tomorrow in Moncton, and then a day off, and then the next day in Toronto.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's it keeping busy in the Roadcase Royale compared to Heart? I mean, it's the same type of schedule?
No, not at all. I think Ann Wilson has a band that she's been out working with, and we've been doing Roadcase Royale, but we've been doing really strategic, smaller runs with this. So with Heart, we would be out 4 to 5 months a year. Maybe by the end of this year, I'll have a month or maybe 2 months with Roadcase Royale.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's such a fun band. Yeah. I'm having a total blast with this band.
When I'm seeing the promo videos, I'm seeing fun.
Oh, good.
I'm seeing energy.
Yeah, good.
I'm seeing something that a lot of bands today don't have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure you're seeing the same thing as well. You're in the band.
Yeah, for me...
You are the energy point of it because you're the backbeat.
Well, it's just so fun for me because, it's a bunch of people who haven't worked together a ton, but we are so like-minded, and everybody is so positive about how much they, enjoy playing in the group. And all bands are not like that. Sometimes you run into different personality issues, or this guy doesn't get along well with that guy, or whatever. But this band is just doing great. Sort of personally, emotionally, and then musically, we're wide open because we can. Nancy Wilson describes it pretty well, but the sound is kind of a combination of rock and soul. Because our singer and guitar player worked a lot with Prince, but love rock. Like they play great rock. So it's just a wider palette than Heart for me. I enjoy it.
Because you come from Heart, they come from Prince era. So Prince also has some rock. So
that's the
R&B,
thing,
rock, and it just mixes and matches very well.
Yeah,
because, then you got your Heart royalty, and you got the side of the Purple royalty.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and, should be a good feeling for you.
It's just so fun. It's completely fun. My roots were playing kind of R&B and funk music in Seattle when I first started working professionally. I was in my late teens, and back then there were all these great kind of soul and funk horn bands like Earth, Wind and Fire and the Ohio Players and the Gap Band and all these kinds of groups that were out then. And so it's fun for me to play with a band that does soul well and also plays rock well.
Right.
But a couple of the originals off of the record definitely have, some soul influence for sure. And so, and Nancy plays with such a great pocket. And our new guitar player, Ryan Waters, kills me. He sounds so good.
Ryan has imagery to him.
He does,
Doesn't he remind us of Prince?
Well, he's got a great look. He really he's sort of, not even thinking about it. He often wears Ramones t-shirts and other kind of rock gear, but there's something about his style that is reminiscent of Prince's guitar. He has a combination of that real pointed sound and maturity in his playing that Prince had.
And when you talk about Prince, you talk about greatness.
Yeah.
He took things to the maximum of seriousness.
Yeah, for sure.
So, how's life for Ben Smith?
Oh, things are good. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. Because Heart didn't work last summer, we stopped working I guess it'll be 2 years this October, I think, is the last time Heart worked. So it was fun last summer to be home. It was the first summer I'd been mostly home. We did a video and did a record with Roadcase Royale, but I wasn't on tour a lot. So I was home most of the summer last summer. It was so fun.
Okay, so like that you got time to relax and do the things that Ben wants to do.
Exactly. I got to hang out with my son, who's now 20. It was the first summer that I can remember where I was home most of the summer. And he's 20 years old,
So as a musician, you do lose time in a sense. So let's say from 2011 to 2018 we're now.
Well,
how was that gap for you? Did it go fast?
Went super fast. Because Heart was busy, and when I was home, my son was going through so much stuff, middle school and then high school, and now he's in college. So, those were great years, though. Heart did really well in those years. We did a lot of fun shows. so we got around quite a bit and did a lot of recording. If I think about the the releases we did, and that's always been my sort of the funnest, the part of my job that's the most fun for me is recording.
You're right.
So
studio musician's life. A little bit more relaxed than being on stage and night after night playing gigs.
Yeah, you usually do it during the day or early evening, and if you have a problem with something, you can always redo it.
Right. Live, can you do that?
You cannot do that live. No.
So.
Well, you play too, right?
Yes, I do.
What's your instrument?
I play guitar. I play drums. I play bass.
Oh, great.
So,
great.
I play in multiple different bands. Keep busy.
Yeah, good.
Just been the busiest summer I've ever experienced in probably 5 years.
Oh, great.
Very strange because the economy is going down still, it seems.
Does it?
I don't know, for music, at least in Nova Scotia, it's not as good.
Oh.
Yeah. Roadcase Royale to me is the first show in Halifax in months.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right now, because in the Scotia Bank Center where you guys played at the park, it's in renovation, so they're repairing it.
So they're not bringing shows in there.
They're not bringing shows. So right now, you guys will probably have a big crowd tonight.
Wow. Or sold out, I guess, which is great. Yeah, fun.
So festivals, are you doing lots of them?
Well, we're not working that much. We're just doing this run of shows, and I think we're going to get together and work on some material through the fall, and we might have a couple of other opportunities we're working on as well. So we'll probably do a couple shows. We definitely have stuff booked around Christmas time.
Right.
So, but during the fall, we'll all be writing and working on some of these other opportunities we have coming up.
What's it coming for you for the next 5 years from now? Is it still going to be wide open touring?
I don't know.
Is it going to be?
I don't know. I have so much fun doing what I do every day. Because when I'm home, I have a recording studio behind my house, so I write with a bunch of different people, and then I produce people there.
Okay.
So it's really fun when I'm home to explore the writing side more. Okay. So that's been great. But in 5 years, I hope I'm still out touring and having fun.
Music, let's say in 10 years, has it evolved? Like you, let's say as a listener of music and always learning music, is there something new in music now, or is it still revolving the same information?
I don't know. I think the tendencies in the business are the same. Everybody talks about how music is marketed now, and how music is purchased, right?
Right.
So I have conversations a few times a year with different friends that revolve around the streaming of music versus people actually buying physical copies of music, and what the difference is. Because the payoff for musicians is so low when people pay for streaming, or even if they just stream online and whoever owns the streaming company pays the musicians, Spotify for instance, or any number of who iTunes and
YouTube now plays albums.
Yeah, sure they do. And so the return is so low that way from the songwriting, right? So in the last 10 years, I'd say that actually has been a big change. Is most people know that with the expansion of TV and content for TV, like, all the different companies that do TV now, Netflix and Amazon and, lots of different TV everywhere, they have this need for music.
Right.
And so a lot of people know that that's going to be their best play for songs, as opposed to trying to get stuff on the radio or selling physical CD. Where a band, I have friends who are in bands, they would have, if they sold 200,000 units 15 years ago, they would have been medium happy. If they sell 20,000 now, they're pretty happy.
Yeah. Because
the market for selling physical copies is so low.
When you look at the Billboard topping charts now, whoever's making the top 10 or top 100 or whatever hasn't sold many copies.
Right.
You sold 3,000 copies and you're making on the Billboard now.
Is that right?
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's really changed.
On the Billboard 2000.
Yeah.
200.
200,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Well, it's really changed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
So right there is telling you that the scene has changed. The kids buying the music. We were kids buying music at one time, but we had to go to the store, purchase it. Mm-hmm. Now with internet, there's no more purchasing, so you get 1 billion views from 200 million, whatever.
Yeah.
And you're barely ranking in nothing.
Yeah, I talked to somebody who said that they sold 1 million. They had 1 million streams. They made $300.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So what does $300 buy you? It doesn't even buy the recorder that we're even talking.
It doesn't.
Now.
That's right. $300 will buy you 2 cups of coffee if you go to Starbucks.
Voila, that's the answer there.
Is it there for you?
Yeah. So.
Jeez. But so what that means, and all of us in the music business have known this, is that the money now is in touring, generating a show that's really exciting. And so for a band like ours, that's pretty easy for us because we've all been playing a long time. We still love to play our instruments, and we really do everything we can to do a kick-ass show for people. So, when your heart's into the music and everybody in the band can really play, your crowds have a great time, and if you can stay at it, there's a chance to keep making money,
Long live merchandise.
And then there's that, right? Yeah, right. Because people come to shows, they're happy to support bands. Yeah. So they buy T-shirts, and a lot of the big bands, they make half their money on merch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reason for touring.
Yeah, that's right.
You make your money there because you're not making on no streaming anymore.
Right. Yeah.
You're not making it in sales because if Walmart doesn't carry you,
yeah, right.
Where are you going to be?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's really tough. And so people do CDs now almost as a reason to go tour, not as a reason to make money. They use it, so they go out and tour. They say, if they do radio interviews or meet with journalists like you, they say, yes, we're out supporting our new record, but it's almost like the record is a good reason to go out and tour because you're going to make most of your income off of touring.
Yeah. And journalists have to keep busy too because there's some people that it seems that they're wanting to be greedy also, that they don't want to take the time to go support
the artist?
No, the journalist itself. I mean, I don't know. It's a whole different scene.
Is it? Yeah. Like, so from the journalism side, is that true that there are fewer people who are sort of have a passion for writing about music or for really getting out there and meeting a band?
Good question. Let's say I started years ago for the joy of music and being a roadie and just loving music in itself. I put my dedication in it. I travel 3 hours to get to you. Okay.
Yeah.
I pay my own gas. I get here. I post it on the internet. I get fans of the website, musiclegend.ca. Click like.
Right.
You make a little bit of revenue with AdSense.
Right.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
It shows a little bit of support, but it's a hard world. And when you get people doing something great, and all of a sudden 1 year later you don't see nothing of them, it shows you that their heart wasn't in it.
Yeah. Right. But, no, that's true for music too. I mean, especially for bands, we're lucky because we can come up to places like Halifax and people show up for our shows.
Yeah.
But think about those hundreds of bands who are out there traveling in a van with a trailer, playing for almost nothing.
Yeah.
And we all know what that's like. Every once in a while I'll go out and do a little run of shows with some friends or something.
Yeah.
And I loved the expression I heard which was, people don't get in the music business because they think they're going to get rich.
Yeah.
They do it because they have to. We love it so much that we want to find a way to share our joy and our love of music with other people.
Right. And when you're going sharing the van with like-minded people, you're living the lifestyle of a real musician.
Yeah, right.
Right to the hardcore point of it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the grit. That's the grit. We're sitting on $1 million tour bus right now.
So right there, life is great.
Yeah, right. So for every band that gets to travel like us, there are 1,000 that are out, borrowing their car from their moms and dads, trying to get it going. And then if they're lucky, they get a van of their own and they put the gear in the van. I have friends who have vans. They could stuff all the gear in the back of the van and they put a bunk on top of the gear for people to sleep in, right?
Wow. No hotel rooms for them.
No hotels for them. Oh my God, that's true.
Well, Ben, I hope you have a great time in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and the Atlantic provinces of Nova Scotia.
I love it here. I love it. I tell you, if I could spend 6 months a year here, I would. It's beautiful. Spring and summer, hopefully.
Yes, because winter time, you know what it is. And winter time can be not too good.
Yeah, it's cold. But people go to shows still, right?
Oh, well, die-hard fans go to see bands.
Yeah, they do,
Yes, minus 15 degrees
Celsius,
and who cares?
We've been here when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, super fun. Well, it's just a pleasure to see you, Jason. Thank you so much.
Man, oh man, 2011 and 2018, you look the same, you look great. And
thank you very much. You too.
Hey,
really fun to see you.
All right, well, you have a good one.
Okay.
And pleasure again.
Oh, thank you very much.
The great Ben Smith.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.